G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse. Tackle Wharf Marks Point with the early Friday fishing report. Thursday afternoon, we're down here at Marks Point, right on the edge of the drop over. Obviously this weekend in the estuary we've got the Let's Fish Lake Mac competition. A lot of competitors already signed up, of course, and if you're a late competitor you can hook up with Michael Guest. He'll be out at Spears Point Library tomorrow afternoon for any of those late entrants, but it's great to see us all get behind our local area. Offshore, we'll talk straight about that, the blue water scene. A few sharks got caught on the shelf last weekend, a good mako. I know there was a big tiger caught and a few lost. We're really starting to see improvement out there. A couple of marlin also up. A lot of bait in and around about 80, 85 fathoms, which is great to see. Around that 70 fathom line, water was about half a degree or a bit more warmer, and there was a lot of souries through the mid 70s. So we're starting to see the bait move onto the shelf. We're starting to see the current really abate, and it was lucky to be half a knot of current out here. So things are on the improve for the blue water angler. Back on the farm in the Texas, still some nice snapper on the farm. And the Texas for kings, I really think jigging's the go. The reports I'm getting, and certainly been getting this week, have been that jigging has been far more productive than using live baits. But just got to get down there early in the morning. So some really good tides. Saturday, of course, high tide around about 11:15, about 1.7 metres, 6 o'clock in the evening for that run out tide. So like usual with that run out tide late in the afternoon, just be careful if the nor'easter does puff a little bit, because the bar could be just that little bit uncomfortable. Water temp on the inshore reefs, very cold last week. Talked about it last weekend, 15 degrees. Sunday it sort of crept up to about 16.5, and yesterday Grant Slender reported to me around about 19.4 degrees, which is a real improvement, almost 2.5–3 degree improvement. You're going to see fish now start to move in through, but this water is a little bit erratic. There's patches down South Caves Beach, certainly Caffreynill Bay where the water's a bit warmer. Back up towards Redhead, it could be a little bit cooler, and of course today, or we've got reports today of a fish kill between Merriweather and Redhead, which is, you know, not a great sign at all for some of those fish down on the bottom. So more developments will come over the next week. We'll discuss that. If you're going to fish the beaches, look, the water is still patchy, but there are a few whiting around, and I do think that this water starts to increase a little bit more, but definitely because we're into the mid 19 degrees, I think there's going to be some great improvement there. On the rocks, we mentioned it, Ludrick and Drummer, they don't mind that cold water, and they certainly don't mind that sediment in there. A beautiful high tide middle of the day, plenty of time there to get there. Pearl prawns being probably the best bait, and plenty of burley, get it all happening. The action will be here. Next week when we go to the report, the prawn run will have already started. It'll basically commence around about next Wednesday, Thursday night. It should be a good one, being that November run. A lot of prawns will come down through here. I reckon you're going to see a lot of fish in this Belmont Bay drop over area over the next few days, and a bit of a tip for the Lake Mac comp. I reckon a lot more flathead will move into these shallower waters, and with that easterly wind, areas like Belmont Bay and up towards Valentine and definitely down towards Swansea Flats offer great protection on that afternoon fishing. A lot of bream in the system, and I think that bream whiting are really going to be one of the target species. I know the four fish that are certainly the target species of the event: bream whiting, tailor and flathead. So I think the surprise package with that is there are a few good tailor around. I know Lucas Stansfield's good mate Mr. Scully got a few very nice tailor this week, and some and trolling as well. So we've still got patches of tailor in the lake, so it's definitely worth having a bit of a troll around to have a look. Again, you can work those bait schools for the flathead, and of course still a fair few mulloway around. It's all piecing itself together now, and as I say, this run next week, this prawn run, is really going to sort of like put us in to the next level. A lot of crabs around, a lot of crabs, and I went past Belmont Bay today, for example, and there was a heap of pots there, so there must be some intel going on there, but a lot of pots down through that shallower water. I think this weekend you just got to get out there and enjoy it, and really just become part of the event if you've got an opportunity to fish the Lake Mac comp, or just get out on the water. Remember, Sunday as it rolls through, we're going to get a bit of a late change, expecting 30 degrees, which sounds fantastic, but certainly some rain late Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. My pick, get in the estuary, let's get out here and catch a few of these fish. I'll see you next Friday, but guess what? The prawns are just about to come. See you then.